Hey, what's up, everyone? This is TJ, host of the How Is This Fake podcast. Thank you so much for listening for one whole season. Today, we're going to break down our WrestleMania itinerary as it stands and break down both nights of the WrestleMania card with all our predictions, hopes, and dreams, all that kind of stuff. Hope you stay with it. Subscribe, like, comment, and we'll see you on the other side. Everyone, this is the season finale, and we are using a new. This was a hell of a. Why does it say uploading? What is that? Oh, continuously uploading your high quality recording.
Is that what these percentages are?
Yeah, it says 90% upload, 76. Okay.
I only got 80. Oh, I got 99. Oh no, I'm back. I'm down to 85.
Look, can I change the layout in real time? Speaker full screen, fit, speaker split screen. Okay. We're using something new, and this was a hell of a time to try it out.
But welcome to the season finale of the How Is This Fake podcast.
Yeah.
It's the end of the season.
We take you along the journey of figuring this shit out. But so changes are gonna come because we are going to be changed individuals in about a week's time.
Life-changing experience.
We are crossing the Rubicon, so to speak. We are going to Las Vegas. We are going to WrestleMania. We're doing so many cool things. We're going to break it all down, and then we're going to break down, like, WrestleMania itself.
Yep.
Like, what do we think about the match card? We were complaining that a couple of champions didn't have matches, and now we're just throwing them in matches against each other, because why not? Yeah, okay. So for those who don't know, which is probably everyone who's listening to this, someone literally tried to steal my car 2 days ago. So I had a little bit of a hectic day yesterday, and Saturday is normally when I watch SmackDown, because I don't have to talk about it until Sunday morning. Haven't been able to actually sit down and watch it. I got the gist of what's going on. I can't remember where I was going with that, besides that.
We didn't miss much.
I didn't think so.
Other than they made a match that we're going to talk about, and they announced some of the SmackDown Mania matches that we could talk about. And Randy Orton still doesn't have a partner or opponent. And Cody Rhodes just cut a promo with a bunch of the old titles in the ring. That was it.
Charlotte didn't even look like the title. The spinner belt looks so. The strap was so huge. That's not how it looked.
No, because I have the spinner belt, and it's still, that one doesn't look like that. But yeah, the highlight of the night was Charlotte and Tiffany beating each other up, and Wade Barrett trying to talk Charlotte down. That was it.
All right. How is it? Is Charlotte and Tiffany giving you the same kind of, vibes that Jay and Gunther had, where out of nowhere, this match that you weren't really excited for, now you kind of are?
I'm more excited for this match than I am most matches on the card.
Oh, okay.
I think I've come to that conclusion. But yeah, I mean, we get there. I get there Wednesday. You get there Thursday. People know a little bit about what we're doing.
Yeah, gonna update that today or tomorrow, whatever.
We got to figure out. Apparently, for WWE, so WWE World's going on. They announced a bunch of shows throughout the week, or the 4 days that it's there. Yep. WWE World together, we are meeting Bayley.
It's gonna be sick.
So I'm excited for that. We got where's the World website? Because they announced a bunch of shows. They're gonna do the Pat McAfee show there. They're gonna do an Undertaker panel. Fanatics has a bunch of panels. They got Busted Open. Our boys at Busted Open are gonna do a full show there.
Yeah, I tried to get at WWE World?
At WWE World.
Wow.
They are doing a show on, I think it's on Friday while we're there.
I'm hoping. That's the only day I'm going. You're going all 4, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna stop in. I'm going Friday, Saturday, or Thursday, Friday, Saturday are my days there. I wasn't spending the whole the whole time there. But Thursday's going to be like a day just to go and check it out in the morning, then head over to the WrestleCon. I got my targets for each day: WrestleCon, Paige Soraya's Thursday night for sure, Paul Walter Hauser's Thursday night for sure.
Nice.
Maybe we share out my PowerPoint. I have to. So for those of you that don't know, my wife, the requirement for her to be able to go is that I had to make a full itinerary PowerPoint presentation for her, and tonight is the big reveal. So maybe we'll be able to share out our PowerPoint or my agenda PowerPoint, but we'll see.
That would be pretty cool.
We'll see, because I don't know if everybody needs to know
In
where
case
I'm
anyone
going to
wants
dinner.
rob you.
Yeah, I don't know if everybody needs to know where I'm going to dinner and whatnot.
That's great.
I don't know. Yeah, they got a bunch of shows. Fanatics got some shows. They got some tops shows. Oh, show features. Let's see here. Superstar Row, where you get to go meet a bunch of NXT people. That's pretty much it. I don't know. WWE World is gonna be cool. We're excited for that. It's got the Superstore.
So on Friday, when we're both there, that's the only day I can make my entrance.
We got to make it happen, buddy.
But you see, a good way to describe my body is like 2 marshmallows with toothpicks coming out for arms and legs. So I'm trying to figure out how I can make an entrance without looking like an idiot.
You'll be fine.
But what pose do I hit? Whose entrance do I try to emulate? Do I get to pick the music, or do I just have to go with whatever's on?
That's a good question. So I will find out on Thursday when I am there. This to give you like 24 hours to prepare.
Well, yeah, because, if I got to paint my face or whatever, I'll do what I got to do. I just want to look good.
That's why I was thinking. I know I have to start out on Friday at WrestleCon, at least for an hour. But WWE World's longest day is on Friday. So I figured we'd do the first hour at WrestleCon, and then we walk over and we have all day at WWE World.
Yeah, because I don't think. Well, you know what? Let's do this, because we're so fucking excited. We talk about this like every single day, and we jump from day to day. Let's break it down. Let's go Thursday, the events we're going to, Friday, and then when we get to Saturday and Sunday, that's when we'll start breaking down the WrestleMania card.
Cool.
Okay. So Thursday, we already talked about it. WrestleCon, and then where are the couple other places that WWE World for you?
So Thursday morning, I'm WWE World, and then I'm spending the whole day there until 4 o'clock when WrestleCon opens, and I'm spending a few hours at WrestleCon before I head back to the Link Promenade and hit up at least a little bit of Wale Mania. But nice. Thursday night, you have that cool experience that I'm trying to get tickets to.
I know, it's pretty, and I just saw they keep posting like who's gonna appear.
Yep.
Which is cool. A lot of cool names. Thunder Rosa. I think Simon Miller's already in it, and I know he's going to be out there that weekend. He has a match somewhere. I think does he have a match at the Palms? He's got a match or is he on the TNA card or something? Is TNA even doing a show?
TNA's doing a show. Their show is on Thursday night too. I don't know.
Let me pull up their YouTube. But anyways, so we come in Thursday. We're gonna do a little bit of WrestleCon. I believe we're gonna try to, depending on like how quick we can get to where we need to go. But we're going to what is called The Last Match. And for those of you who aren't familiar with it, it's like a rock and roll wrestling musical. And Mickie James is in it. I think she's like one of the main.
Yeah, her and Matt Cardona, I think, are the main people in it.
Yeah, Thunder Rosa, Samantha Irvin. I don't know what she is. That was that a stage name or is that a
Samantha
real name?
the Bomb is what she goes by now.
Yeah. So it was an invite thing that we got invited to. So I'll be there, and there's like a little VIP red carpet, which will be cool. Hopefully, I get to look my best, which I pretty much do right now. But also, I saw this on the Instagram, bro. Complimentary cocktails and appetizers.
Oh, that saves you like
starting Vegas
200.
Off right. Starting off right, and after that, If you're done with WrestleMania and I'm done with whatever I'm doing, I say we find a place to fucking party.
I'm all for it. I got a couple ideas.
Yeah, you want to share 'em? Oh, which by the way, Thursday
couple
night,
bars.
the surprise that you thought Morgan was keeping from me was never a surprise. I knew all about it. I just forgot about it.
Friday. That's Friday night.
Okay, Friday night. So we'll get there. We're on Thursday still.
But yeah, no, just a couple of bars if you guys want to come meet us.
Yeah, dude.
I got gifts for you.
We do as well. Gift giving Thursday.
Gift giving Thursday. Yeah, I'm down. I'm down for that. I only want to check out WrestleMania for like an hour. I just want to see what it's all about.
You do what you got to do, man.
No, but I'm serious. I don't plan on spending more than an hour at WrestleMania because I have no idea. I don't know if I know a single Wale song.
You're just there for the vibes, dude.
I'm just there for the vibes. That's really it. It was next. It's in my hotel. I'm like, all right, we'll check it out.
So what you do if it's lame, and I'm not, I say what you do, but I'm not the boss of you, obviously. But, you're there, kind of blows. I'm going to leave, not without handing every single person here a fucking business card.
Yep.
Which I need to make more of, by the way. I'm going to be like those. I already talked about it. I'm going to be like one of those pimps on the sidewalk, flicking my cards.
Oh, you know what I left out? Wednesday night, I'm hitting up the Netflix restaurant just so I could start off my first dinner in Vegas with the WWE burger.
You did mention the Netflix restaurant. I don't remember you mentioning the WWE burger, so that's cool.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
All right. So that's Thursday.
That's
Friday.
Friday morning, starting out at WrestleCon. Just got to get that Big Show picture. And then heading right over to WWE World, buddy, and we're going to make sure you get your entrance.
We have to do an entrance together as well. Like, I don't know if you want to do it like that. DX, Harlem Heat, La Resistance. I don't know.
Ooh.
Charlie Haas and Shelton Benjamin.
That'd be good. What about, like, the Iconics?
Earthquake and Typhoon. The Iconics. That'd be funny. Just walk out with, like, kangaroos and shit.
Whatever. Oh, that's Titus O'Neil. I don't know. We could do that one.
We could run down the ramp and trip.
Yeah.
That's our Titus. That's our Titus entrance.
There's a ring there. They're going to be doing matches, too. I just found that out. Sick. They had a couple matches there. I saw the Superstar Row, which is the free pictures and stuff like that, which you could be in for like an hour. And there's not anybody worth waiting an hour for, in my opinion. But we could do that.
Yeah.
I looked into the tattoos at WWE World. It's a $250 minimum. Okay. So I think, I don't know. I told Lexi maybe we can go get like some cheap $10 tattoos or something on Wednesday. But I don't know if I'm going to be spending $250 on a tattoo just because I'm in Vegas and at WWE World. But we'll see. We'll see.
What wrestling tattoo would you get?
I'd either get the WWE symbol or the Ultimate Warrior mask.
Okay.
Just because I think it's cool. But
Which WWE symbol? Do they only do like the current one?
I would probably hit up I'd probably do the WWF symbol if they let me.
The old school, like
the old school
one.
No, the Attitude Era one.
Okay, a little scratch.
All the lines.
Nice.
But I don't know. Yeah, so that's Friday. We're meeting Bailey. But if we're gonna be there for a while, maybe we should get another meet and greet too. I don't know. I'll look into that. Stay tuned.
All right. Let me double check if in case I had anything on Friday, which I don't believe I did.
Well, Friday night we got the Crazy Show.
Well, yeah, that's gonna be, and it's crazy how many wrestling shows are happening, and we're only going to. I mean, you're going to WrestleMania, but like, you don't need to go to anything else. But out of all the other things happening, we're only going to one other show.
My problem
I'm glad it's this one.
Agreed. My problem that I'm having is that I need to come to the terms with the fact that I'm not going to be able to do everything. And I know there's shows that I'm missing. Like, I would have loved to have gone to TNA Emergence. I would have loved to have gone to Raw on Monday night.
Yeah.
The Hall of Fame would be awesome. I would even go to the Tony Hinchcliffe thing, the Dead Man One Man Show.
I'm very curious to see how the Hinchcliffe thing, how far they take it, because WWE is famously very overprotective.
Chris Benoit gets brought up within the first 10 minutes.
If we're lucky, bro. You think Hinchcliffe makes
it's
a Puerto
not? It's
Rican
purposely not televised.
It's not? Okay.
It's purposely not being televised. So everything that we see is going to be clips. Yeah. But anyway, so Friday night though. Friday night we're going to your first GCW show, and it's the craziest one of the whole entire year. Joey Janela's Spring Break. I want to break down this card really quick because
do it.
This
By
is
the
insane.
way, I need to tell everyone I wanted to go to this just because there was one match announced at the time when I got these, and I was like, yeah, just because this is what it is, I want to go see it. And I'm not necessarily a huge Joey Janela fan. Like, I haven't watched a lot of his stuff. But I remember one of the first episodes of AEW Dark, he had a match with Kenny Omega, and it was like, you know, a lights out match. And I thought it was so cool. And, you know, so anyways, so I was very interested in the main event of this card. But listen, go ahead, buddy.
Joey Janela is the dude fights everybody in real life, or he is an insane in the ring when it comes to what he's willing to put himself through. And he's dating Megan Bayne. I'm gonna give that guy some money.
He's doing something right.
So let's start out with this. The Senior Scramble match, which I honestly think might be the best match that I witnessed of the year. You have Doug Gilbert, Ricky Morton, who's 68, Tommy Rich, who's 68, the Warlord, who's 70, George South, and Action Mike Jackson, who is like 78 years old, in a match. No holds barred. It's gonna be nuts. You got our TNA Women's Champion, Masha Slamovich, versus Suzu Suzuki. She's fighting. She's defending her JCW, her Jersey Championship Wrestling title. There, you got Violence is Forever versus Alex Price and a mystery opponent or mystery partner. Was kind of hoping that was going to be Nick Cage. Don't think it will be. I saw online he has some stuff going on. So I am holding out for it to be somebody crazy. I could see it being like Mance Warner or somebody like that though too. Oh no, Mance Warner's on this card. He's fighting Gabe Kidd, which is gonna be insane. Gabe Kidd is that dude is something else, man.
I'm excited to see a Gabe Kidd match, especially after the Omega match and all the hype around that.
You know who I'm excited to see because I've never seen him before? Zack Sabre Jr. He's fighting he's fighting one called Manders. And one called Manders is pretty cool. I do like him. A little upset I'm not seeing that Effie and Effie's not on this card. I know he's got the Effie's Big Gay Brunch in the morning the next day. But Los Desperados, that's like Gringo Locos, is fighting the Wagner family. They look like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre people. Fuego del Sol and Atticus Cougar. Megan Bayne and Bodzilla. If you get a chance to look at Bodzilla, this woman is just jacked beyond belief, man.
So you think it's gonna be? You think it'll be a good match? You think
Megan Bayne will be a great match, but Megan Bayne wins.
Okay.
Minoru Suzuki and Matt Tremont. This will be the bloodiest match of the night.
No, you don't think the main event will be bloodier?
This will be bloodier. Matt Tremont just likes to bleed, dude. I don't think there's a picture of him not bleeding.
All right.
And then Joey Janela and Sabu's supposedly last match. And keep in mind, this is a no ropes barbed wire match.
It is? I didn't know that.
Yes, it's a no ropes barbed wire match. It was just announced. And I still think Matt Tremont and Minoru Suzuki are going to be bloodier than that. But there's that.
You want to play an insane Las Vegas drinking game. You take a shot every time Minoru Suzuki does a let's stand here and slap each other and no sell.
I'm for that while we're there if you want. Because Friday night after
You're gonna
that,
have to bring me the bottle.
Friday night after that, which I hope they let us in, which they should, but I know it's first come first serve, is Bully Ray's party at Ghost Bar. And if they don't let us in, we'll go party somewhere else. But
we'll go throw our own fucking party.
Exactly.
We have our own show.
There's so many things going on that we could go and figure something. There's another wrestling event we could go to. I'm not worried about that. We can always go down.
One thing I'm very excited to do, especially on Saturday and Sunday when you're at WrestleMania in line going, you're going to be very busy just, before WrestleMania even starts, getting to WrestleMania, all that kind of stuff. So I'm excited I don't have to be anywhere till like that evening, right before it starts. So I'm going to be around the Strip, Fremont Street when I'm over there. And I'm going to try to talk to the people. I'm going to look for t-shirts. I'm going to look for people wearing belts. I'm going to say, hey, I got a podcast. Here's a free sticker. You want to be on it? And then do some quick little,
Listen, buddy, I got my microphone. I'll be doing the same thing while I'm in line at WrestleMania. We got content on top of content.
And then, now, we cleared Friday, right? We said we were going to go over the whole week.
On Friday, WWE, just to break this down, so far WWE has announced for Friday night they're going to do the Andre the Giant Battle Royal.
Okay.
On SmackDown. The Andre the Giant Battle Royal is going to be on SmackDown. And they're going to do a tag team championship match on SmackDown. And Cena's going to be there.
Okay.
On SmackDown. And then you have the Hall of Fame, which we already broke that down. Bret and Stone Cold, Lex Luger, Michelle McCool. Lex Luger's being inducted by DDP, not Sting, which is ridiculous. Stone Cold and Bret Hart inducted by CM Punk. Michelle McCool, her claim to fame, The Undertaker is inducting her. Dory Funk, is being inducted. Ivan Koloff is being inducted. Kamala is being inducted. Natural Disasters are being inducted. Nobody hasn't said who's inducting them yet. And then Triple H, obviously, is Shawn Michaels. And that's Friday night. Friday night's done. Moving on to Saturday morning.
We're starting off with a continental breakfast.
Saturday morning, I will be at WWE World the second they open because I have to hit up Kane and DIY at the same exact time. Then the second that's over, it's back to WWE World it's back to WrestleCon. I got too excited. It's back to WrestleCon on Saturday morning. If you guys are there, hopefully we'll have some drinks. Free party.
We're going to WrestleCon, bro.
Yeah, and then
I got tickets for all 4 days. So
exactly.
I'll be there.
And then we're heading down the valley to making our trek to WrestleMania. And you were asking me what? I'm sorry.
No, I didn't. No, I just said, yeah, I'll be there. We're going to go every day that we're there because we got it was a good deal to go all days instead of just one. So,
my camera died, or my light died.
On Saturday, we just got WrestleCon, and then, like I said, we'll be walking around, stuff, hanging out, doing Vegas-y stuff,
Yep.
And I think our reservation is at like 6, but that sounds too late. But anyway,
that sounds way too late.
WrestleMania watch party, maybe. Oh, it's 3:30, I think. I don't know why I thought 6. WrestleMania watch party at the Rock House, which is a 3-room bar, full kitchen. They have a whiskey bar, tequila bar, bunch of TVs. We got a table, and
where on the Strip is that?
The Venetian, the shops right above
that's what I thought.
The gondolas and all that kind of stuff.
Right by that Grateful Dead exhibit, buddy.
I don't think it's there anymore. We looked into it because we almost bought Dead and Company tickets.
My mom made it seem like they were setting it back up when they were there a couple weeks ago.
Okay, then maybe it will be there.
I have to go there on Wednesday. I will let you know.
Well, I didn't realize that the walking ramp to the Sphere was connected to the Venetian. So I might go if they have. I'm sure the Sphere will look like WWE and Grateful Dead while we're there because that's who's there. So hopefully I can find a merch booth, or maybe Shakedown Street will be there. I can get some acid. But anyways, so yeah, WrestleMania watch party at the Rock House, and Austin Ferris, friend of the podcast, will be with me that night. So we'll be watching, hanging out, and we doing anything Saturday night after WrestleMania?
I was thinking about trying to get to Old Red at the Bella Twins, or having a after party there that's free.
Is that a strip
Might be
club or
worth.
something?
No, it's a country bar. It's Blake Shelton's bar, but it's right.
Oh, okay.
It's right next to the Flamingo.
Oh, nice. Oh, hell
So
yeah.
if you guys want to come to that, we should do that.
All right.
But I was thinking, should we break down Saturday night's card?
Yes, we were going to do that.
While we're here. I think it's going to start out, the night starts out with Jay and Gunther.
Yeah, I'm on Bleacher Report right now looking at these cards, and that is their first guess.
Yeah, so either Gunther takes it, or Jay Uso wins and Jimmy Uso beats him up.
What do you want to happen?
Gunther winning.
Me too.
That was easy. Tiffany and Charlotte. Who you got?
Okay. I can see it going either way. If Tiffany wins, this isn't over.
Yeah.
I think Charlotte and Tiffany at WrestleMania is actually the beginning of their rivalry.
Their saga.
Instead of, yeah, I can see this going to SummerSlam. I can see a rematch. Hell, if it's good enough, if they can keep the momentum going, which they haven't really done with women's storyline quite this way. But dude, do a three-peat. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, it's going to be a great match.
So,
athletically, specifically.
Yeah. It'll be cool to see, dude, Charlotte Flair's WrestleMania entrances are always a huge deal.
I don't know. I'm most excited for the main event's entrances that night, but we'll get to that in a minute. War Raiders and the New Day. New Day wins their 90th championship.
They gotta.
Yeah.
The heel turn is meaningless if they don't. I mean, okay, side note regarding the New Day. How fast did that heel turn just not
dwindle?
Mean anything? I mean, it meant something, but like, who's talking
about it? Not as fast as the Wyatt Six came and went.
Alrighty.
But at least the New Day are still on TV. Rey Mysterio and El Grande Cappuccino or Americano, whatever coffee he is. Chad Gable takes it and then then unmasks himself.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I wish a legend like Rey Mysterio, who still is on TV pretty much every week, I kind of want him to get this win, but yeah, Gable deserves the win too. I mean, we've talked about it before. He's like one of the most athletic guys, one of the best wrestlers. He always has great matches. So yeah, it's probably better for him to get this win than a guy who's already in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
So, alrighty.
Naomi and Jade. I don't really care who wins because I think that this is not the last that they fight each other.
No. I am less interested in who wins and more interested in how good of an actual match it's going to be.
That's fair. Dumpster fire.
I don't know. I mean, Naomi's, she's been there for forever. She knows what to do. Jade is obviously working really hard. Have either one, I mean, I know Jade hasn't. Has Naomi ever had a one-on-one WrestleMania match?
Yes. But don't ask
when
me
she won in New Orleans, didn't she? Was it New Orleans?
Yeah, I think so, but I don't remember against who.
Okay. Hey, that was a long time ago. That was like 7 WrestleManias ago. Alrighty. Who's next?
Jacob Fatu and LA Knight. Jacob Fatu wins. Because LA Knight's going to take the money LA Knight's going to win the Money in the Bank this year.
Okay. Does Randy Orton come out and get involved?
No, Randy Orton will be on Randy Knight too.
Oh,
I think Randy Orton's opponent stays a surprise. Well, here's why. Because Night 1 has 7 matches, right? Because now we're at the main event with Seth Rollins, Roman, and Punk. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7 matches. And so, yeah, I think that to make it even, we're gonna have 7 matches on night 2. Anyway, I don't know who wins. I think I'm actually really convinced that Seth Rollins wins the whole thing and that Paul Heyman joins Seth Rollins now. That's my convinced mind. But I am super excited for Living Color to play CM Punk out. Because now I've gone to Vegas, and not only did I get a wrestling show, of all wrestling shows, I got a free Living Color concert to hear them play like their best song. It's like when I went to go to Double or Nothing and Ruby Soho came out and I got to see Rancid play her out. It's like, okay, what other thing am I going to want to hear Rancid for other than Ruby Soho?
By the way, speaking of Rancid, I'm gonna hop in the time machine here and go back to Thursday. When we go to the Punk Rock Museum, that day they're doing wrestling stuff, and I think sent you a graphic or maybe whatever.
Morgan told me how she can't escape it.
Yeah, dude, I think he might be there, bro. Lars Fredrickson.
That'd be cool.
So I'm just saying, if you're not doing anything when I'm there on Thursday at noon. But
I do like me some Rancid.
But yeah, let's get back to that main event. So you think Seth's going over? You're excited for Punk's entrance. What now?
Where do we go after that?
Are we going to be shook when Seth wins? Is the only way Seth can win by something shocking?
Yes.
And then what does that do for CM Punk and Roman Reigns?
Gives them a couple more matches this year.
The two of them against each other, one-on-one?
I think ultimately it would lead to the two of them against each other, one-on-one. Because then I think Seth Rollins would be joined together with John Cena, and I don't know. I don't like it. I don't know where they go with it. But we'll see what happens.
Seth is on Raw, right?
Seth is on Raw.
So, dude, what if we get a Seth Rollins with a Paul Heyman going after Gunther?
I hate it.
You do?
I don't want anybody to beat Gunther right now.
I didn't say beat. I'm just saying.
But my thing is that what would be the point of having? It just doesn't make any sense to me. None of it makes sense to me to have anybody but CM Punk win this match. I don't know, man. I want to love it. Okay, that's all I care about.
CM Punk will win the match if John Cena beats Cody. And I think we'll be able to tell which way night 2 is going to go based on who wins this triple threat. Because there's no way they're going to piss people off 2 whole days.
2 nights in a row. Yeah.
For a card that arguably, or not a card, but a build to WrestleMania that has been
lackluster.
I don't want to say objectively worse, but objectively not as fuck. I mean, We're recording this Sunday. We got Raw and SmackDown. And Cena's coming back on SmackDown. So anything can happen. We know that. But as of right now, measuring it to last year, it's almost like it's pretty. This is like a Unforgiven build.
Yeah.
But anyways.
So yeah, that's Saturday night. And then we'll figure something out to do after that. And then on Sunday morning, heading back over to the last day of WrestleCon. I am hoping that if not Saturday, then Sunday morning is when I get Timeless Tony Storm. But buddy, you are a week out from meeting your favorite wrestler of all time, the icon, the California Beach Babe, the Stinger.
The Stinger. Yeah, it's gonna be a big deal. I'm nervous though, and I'm not nervous because like I'm gonna be starstruck. I mean, I feel like I just want to have like a quick conversation. I don't want this to just be a picture next, and I know that's how the setup is.
I
also don't want to be a dick.
No, I think that you'll be able to. I think that you'll be able to have a conversation with them.
Like just to look him in the eyes after the picture's taken and say, "Hey man, I've been watching you since I was, a kid. You're the reason I love wrestling. Watching you beat up the NWO is like the first thing that I can remember from like my first memory. He's like my real life Batman, dude. Like,
Plus,
honestly,
he had such a killer cameo in Ready to Rumble. Like, how could you forget that?
He always made me excited to like wrestling, and it's, one of my life's passions. And if I didn't like Sting or have the memories of Sting that I do, I don't even know if I'd be, having this podcast
Yeah.
or like giving a shit enough to like do all this stuff during WrestleMania. So just to be able to tell him that in like, an elevator pitch, I would feel fulfilled.
You'll have that chance, buddy. I have no doubt.
Yeah, what's he gonna do?
Yeah,
Yell at me?
exactly. And then, yeah, I don't know. So Sunday, hopefully, since I don't have Sunday is to get to the con or as early as I can and try to knock out everybody that I didn't get a chance to get to the other 3 days that I was there. Yeah, I actually today I'm gonna do some pre-orders, I think, for WrestleCon, just because now I'm starting to get a little stressed out.
Is this how you plan your Disneyland trips?
No, Disneyland is easy.
I saw
Disney World we had to plan out, but Disneyland is easy.
I saw a TikTok, totally not on topic, but I saw a TikTok the other day, and I showed Morgan, and it said there needs to be a game show where people who have never been to Disney plan a whole day out, and the people competing are Disney experts who have to stay silent and not say anything when they plan out their day.
That'd be awesome.
And I thought, oh, I'd lose. I'd say, you can't go over there first. No.
Yeah.
Anyways.
It's like, okay, so first what we need to do is we need to go right over to Monsters Inc. And then we'll go to Cars in the middle of the afternoon. The line for Splash Mountain or Tiana's Bayou, it won't be long.
Okay, here's some free advice to any Disney people who might be listening. If you're starting your day at Disneyland, there's one ride you must go to. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Space Mountain.
I was going to say Peter Pan because there's no Fast Pass.
Oh, Peter Pan is a good one too, and that one does build up quick.
Back in the day, it used to be Rise of the Resistance, and then everyone rode that.
Yeah.
And then if you're starting your day at DCA, Disney California Adventure, the first fucking thing you do is you go get a beer.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter which one, you just go find it.
Exactly.
So, that's what I got to say. Are we on Sunday?
Sunday? Sunday is and there might be a little bit of time for some lunch in between WrestleMania before I have to head over there.
Yep. So you're going to be at Mania, and then I will be at a different watch party. This time I'll be in downtown Fremont Street area, and I will be at, I just pulled it up. I can't keep all these fucking places straight. The Sand Dollar at the Plaza. So the Plaza is a hotel. Sand Dollar is a little bar, I think, at the bottom of it or whatever. Never been there before, but their Saturday night guest of honor was Danhausen. Sunday night guest of honor is Jake the Snake, and I think they're both available at WrestleCon, but as an old school wrestling fan, I kind of wanted the chance to meet Jake the Snake. I think Danhausen has a couple more years of travel.
Well, I think I'm gonna pay for a Danhausen at some point.
Go for it.
So we'll see how it goes.
I'm stoked. And so whenever I've had like WrestleMania parties here, we kind of just do like Super Bowl food.
Yeah.
And the watch party with Jake the Snake at the Sand Dollar, it's pizza and wings and beer. So
sounds so good.
It was, you had to buy your way in, so I know it's going to be packed with passionate wrestling fans. So I'm stoked to be in a room eating. It'll feel like it'll feel like what I normally do for WrestleMania. Just got a huge upgrade.
Yeah.
So there you go.
I was thinking too. Back to Friday, really quick. If we can't get into that watch party or the Bully Ray thing,
Bully's thing, yeah.
I think we just head down to Fremont.
Get some $2 shrimp cocktails.
Exactly.
Isn't there a band is Living Color playing on Fremont Street?
On Friday night. Hell yeah. Let's see. If we can't get into that, we're going there. We're going to Fremont.
Yeah. Okay.
That's it.
Getting the Uber.
Yeah. That's what we're doing. All right. Sunday's card. I complained all over our TikTok. Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez not having a match. Lyra Valkyria not having a match. And Chelsea Green not having a match. Well, they must have heard me, and then they're like, haha, we'll show him. And now Liv and Raquel are fighting Bayley and Lyra Valkyria. I think we get Liv and Raquel still win here.
Yeah.
Because I think Bayley and... What?
Go for it. We're probably going to say the
Bayley
same thing.
and Lyra end up... something happens, miscommunication, and they have an Intercontinental Championship run of matches.
Yep. And they had a really, the announcer said it was a classic. I wouldn't go that far, but they did have a really good match last, or 2 SmackDowns ago. So yeah, I think it's I think it'll be a good match. I think all 4 of these girls can bring it, and so I think the match will be good, but I think it's kind of easy to see where this is going. It'll be if that isn't what happens, that'll be the biggest swerve of the weekend.
That's true.
So
I don't know.
I hate it, first match,
but that's how it goes. I do not think that's the first match of the night. I think that's the bathroom break match of the night. Unfortunately, as much as I want to see Bayley,
sad because Liv has brought it.
Yeah, as much as and Bayley, I don't know. Bayley and the Bird Lady just sounds like a great name for a tag team. Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre, Sin City street fight. There will be blood here. Drew McIntyre even cut his head open on Friday night.
All right. I'm hoping I hope this isn't I don't either. And I hope the physicality isn't forgetful in this match. I need something like the Hell in a Cell match McIntyre was in earlier. There's a lot of like no holds barred matches and things like that have happened over the years where the violence or the realness of it never like stuck with me. Like even Steve Austin and Kevin Owens' no hold barred match. I don't remember much about it other than it happened.
Yeah.
Shane McMahon and I think The Miz. That might have been at WrestleMania, but maybe it was a SummerSlam or something.
That was
really good.
Whatever WrestleMania 2019 was, because that was the first WrestleMania that Lexi watched.
Okay. So yeah, they had a really good match.
35.
But like I don't remember like the brutality of those matches. It was kind of like, I don't want to say safe, but the spots were very much like we're jumping onto a crash pad.
Yeah.
Like when Drew hit the Claymore and missed and his back hit the steel steps, like you felt that.
Yeah.
That didn't feel like a stunt or a spot. That just felt like a dude in a fight, got his back fucked up.
I do think, and here's why I think we get a phenomenal match out of this, even though I don't care who wins. These are both former champions that have done nothing but work their way through the mid-card and have fought for championships but haven't done anything else. Haven't won them. And so if anything, these two are the hungriest guys on the roster, in my opinion, because they want to be back in that spot. They want to get those paychecks because they know what that life is like. It's a slap in the face that Sheamus is not on not on WrestleMania at all. Because I feel Sheamus is not on the card. The Miz is not on the card. And those are guys, I mean, the Miz main event, Sheamus and the Miz have both been in championship matches at WrestleMania.
Someone as over as R-Truth isn't even like...
Yeah.
I mean, maybe he shows up backstage or something, but, he's beloved. You got to get that good laugh in or whatever.
Yeah.
That good moment.
So we'll see there. We got Braun Breaker, Dom, Penta, and Finn Balor. Penta wins. I'm settled. Penta wins. Judgment Day breaks up. Braun Breaker doesn't know what to do. And then we get Rey Fenix and Penta standing in the ring together, celebrating to hype how close that they are together. And then the next night on Raw is the first ever Lucha Bros match together in WWE. Lucha Bros versus the Motor City Machine Guns.
What do you think? What kind of, not to bring them into this, but what kind of message do you think that sends to the AEW locker room? Or someone like Chris Jericho? who has been recently saying, "Well, I wouldn't rule out making a making a comeback to
Well,
WWE because he
look at
wants
it.
that Netflix time."
Look at the AEW guys that have come over as of late. Sean Spears, Ethan Page have been in the main event picture all throughout NXT since they came over. Ricky Starks or Saints is the NXT North American champion. Cody is the champion in the main event of WrestleMania for the third year in a row. You got, yeah, Penta is in the WrestleMania match. You have
Jade has a singles
Jade.
match.
Jade has a singles match at WrestleMania. You got, yeah, Phoenix is, yeah, they'll be tag champions by the end of the year together. But at the same time, I don't know who from AEW other than MJF and Hangman I'd want over there.
I wouldn't want Will Ospreay over there.
Nope,
He can
not
stay
yet.
there. He can stay in AEW.
I don't want Kenny. I don't want the Bucks.
I would take Kenny just so I can get those dream matches in.
Yeah. I'd want Bryan Danielson back.
Oh well, he'll be back eventually. He's got to go in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. I don't want Edge back. As much as I hate to say, as much as I hate to say it, because Edge is the main reason I've been watching AEW.
So what happens Wednesday morning when you're on your way to Vegas and Edge announces that he's going to be at WrestleCon for 3 hours, but it's in the middle of something else and then it throws your whole itinerary off. What are you going to do?
It changes everything, but it'd be worth it.
All right.
I will say that if Edge is not going to be there, Kane is a cool consolation prize. Because though Edge is my favorite wrestler of all time, Kane is the reason I started watching wrestling. Despite the fact that he is a big anti-masker but made his whole career wearing a mask, I am happy to meet Kane and I'm excited. So we'll see. I mean, Tony Storm is going to be it. Tony Storm, dude, there's so many people.
You're going to lose your mind.
I'm going to lose my bank account. I don't know if I told Lexi, we took our money out yesterday, and I told Lexi, I'm like, I don't know if this is enough.
And she got mad?
No.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. She's listen, I will say, the amount of support that she's putting in, she bought a 16-pack of 5-hour energies, and we just still have to figure out how many 5-hour energies people could take in a day before they have a heart attack.
What do you owe her?
Well, I
not
honestly,
that you
I
owe
think
each other or anything. That's not how it should
well,
be.
honestly, though, I think that I know that she's doing this for me, but at the same time, she keeps calling this my Adele trip, and so Adele was her Adele. No, but hear me out. So in August of 23, Adele was doing the Caesar's Palace shows.
Right.
And I got her surprise tickets to go to the Adele show and spoiled her for the whole weekend. We went to like one of those $700 dinners beforehand. She got all the merch that she wanted. So she keeps calling this my Adele vacation. So I think she feels like maybe this is her giving that back to me. But she's going to have a good time. She bought, and I will say, I will, not that I didn't have a good time at Adele, I can honestly say was probably the best concert I've ever been to out of the hundreds of concerts I've been to. She literally set fire to the rain, dude. Like, it was raining fire. But anyway, I have to walk to the mailbox when we're done to pull her Hot Girls Love Pro Wrestling shirt out of the mailbox that she ordered. So she's excited, and she's gonna get a bunch of merch. I'm just worried about her staying awake the whole time.
Yeah, we got to trust in the 5-hour energies.
Yeah, first time I took her to Double or Nothing, her first ever wrestling show, she fell asleep at the event with people screaming around her.
Maybe you don't realize, wait, I can't hear the commentary.
Yeah.
Oh wait, there's no camera angles. Sometimes there's some wrestling shows where I go to them and I'm like, I'd much rather be on my couch watching this.
Yeah, that's true. I saw on that Facebook thing that a guy was asking how to listen to the commentary while watching it live, and it's like, dude, you're on a delay.
Yeah, you won't be.
So.
Nope. All right, let's get back to this card, buddy.
Logan Paul and AJ Styles. Logan Paul wins.
Which is sad because we were supposed to get an AJ Styles retirement thing, and now it looks like it's going to be Kurt Angle and Baron Corbin.
Yeah. Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, and Bianca. Rhea wins. We've talked about that a million times.
Yep.
Rhea wins. Cody and Xena. Now,
Well,
I
hold
feel
on.
like this got spoiled for me. And I don't know if you want me to spoil it for you, or you could tell me who you think wins, because I have a feeling I know who wins.
Two things.
Okay.
Do we think Randy Orton's going to have a match? That's the first
Randy,
thing.
yes.
Second thing. I think Cena's going to win just based off of the appearances that he's scheduled for. But I also know that there's a video of Pat McAfee saying something and it sounded like he spoiled something. So if that's the case, I don't want to know.
No, it's
it was
not that.
Jay.
That was the Jey Uso match. And
Okay.
I don't think he spoiled it. He just was hyping up Jey Uso saying he's going to win. I don't think he spoiled anything. But but the internet went nuts for that. And it's like, come on.
I never even watched the video, when I saw the caption, I was like, nope.
Yeah, it was stupid. It's worth watching Drunk Michael Cole, though. That was funny. But yeah, John Cena wins. I agree with you just based off of that alone. But I honestly think the most interesting aspect of that night outside of the main event is going to be the Randy Orton match. I hope that they say Randy Orton has a surprise person that he's fighting, because there's one of 4 people that it could be. And I hope that they don't, I hope they don't say a single thing about it until then. I have a good idea of who it will be, but there's one of 4 people it could be.
All right.
You got Nick Aldis, which they teased again on SmackDown, which is the match I want. Aleister Black making his return, which would be cool to get him that grand entrance on the WrestleMania for him to come back. Vladimir Rusev Crush, or Joe Hendry. When has the TNA champion ever been on a WrestleMania card? They want to give something back to TNA? Put Joe Hendry in a match, Randy Orton, and have Randy Orton in a TNA feud.
Dude, that would be big.
Yeah.
Is it too big?
I don't know. I think it's, I don't know.
Here's what I think about. Okay. Nick Aldis is a good pick, and I don't think they would plant this seed if there wasn't. So I think Aldis is going to. If it's not him, I think whoever fights Randy is fighting on behalf of Aldis. Like, I can't do it. I've been hurt, so like I don't wrestle anymore. But you've pissed me off so much, and you put your hands on me unwarranted, so you're gonna fight this guy. Basically, how. Oh no, that was a little different. I was gonna say how Vince brought in Cody, but Seth never put his hands on Vince, and Cody wasn't fighting for Vince. But dude, I like the Joe Hendry thing. I think Aleister Black and Rusev, those to me are more Raw after Mania comebacks.
Yeah.
Unless they're going to push them to the stratosphere like they did with Cody, or they're already like an established person who's has gold around their waist like Joe Hendry. Because the thing about Joe Hendry is like versus Rusev and Aleister Black, what are 60,000 people going to do when Aleister Black
What's you gonna do, brother, when Aleister Black and Rusev
on you?
Yeah.
When Joe Hendry comes out, it's going to be a huge pop, and everyone's going to be doing the clapping and singing the song, and that's what they want to make.
I do think that enough people would go nuts for Joe Hendry, more so than anybody else. They did at the Royal Rumble? Yeah, more so than anybody else.
I like the Joe Hendry option the most.
But I do see it being Nick Aldis more so than anybody else.
I'm worried, though, and no disrespect, but I'm worried that we just get Carmelo Hayes again. Which I know I said would be a good match, but that's all it would be a good match. But you threw Joe Hendry at me, and now I'm like, no, that's what I want. Squeezing the juice out of the lemon. You know what I'm saying? Alrighty.
And then Friday night or Sunday night, we go party with RVD.
Fuck yeah, dude.
And then Monday we say our goodbyes.
Gonna go get some 25-cent coffee.
Yeah. Then make it home by 5 to watch the Raw after Mania.
I forgot about that.
I do have one last question for you though.
Throw it at me.
What word do you think that we are sick of more before the weekend is over? Woo or yeet?
Hold on.
He's saying yeet.
I can't do it. If I yell, he doesn't do anything.
Yeah, I feel that.
You got like 4 though, right?
I have 3, sometimes 4, depending on the weekend. We were supposed to have 4 this weekend, but the other dog, I guess, is having nightmare. I don't know.
Well, in case the magical AI editor that we're trying out, because remember this is a new thing here. In case it doesn't take that out, and because if I'm using this AI thing, I'm not going to edit it the way I did. I got to trust this and see how it works. So sorry, anyone, if you listen to my dog. I must have gotten a package. What were we talking about?
Yeet or woo? Which one is going to be over? Which one are you going to be sick of? For me, it's probably going to be the yeets. Yeah, the yeets will be everywhere.
I woo on my own. I yeet when I'm in a crowd.
Dude, you know where we went wrong? You know what we should have invested in?
What?
If we were going to hand out stuff? How is this fake branded sticks of deodorant? Damn it. That would have been perfect.
You know what that means? We're going to New Orleans.
Oh, man. Well, all right, buddy. What else you got? I'm going to hit you up later for this slideshow.
Yeah.
But,
you know, it's time to go. It's time to pack the bags. It's time to, let's go.
By the end of the day, I will be packed. Because I got 3 more sleeps left. Yeah.
That's impressive.
I have all of my, I have 7 WWE shirts that I haven't worn yet that I've been saving for this moment, and I am only probably going to be able to wear 4 of them, and not to mention the amount of money I'm going to spend on shirts while I'm there.
I think my plan is to get a shirt a day because the ones that I have are super old. So I'll wear a shirt, and then when I buy one, I'll just put it on.
Love it.
That's how we do it.
Oh, and you can use and the weather's supposed to be, knock on wood, Wednesday is 85, Thursday is 78, Friday is 75 and a little bit of rain, but that's okay.
I saw that it's already 100 at your house.
Yeah, it was nuts. Yeah, that's why. For those of you unaware, when I was texting TJ yesterday, I was supposed to do my PowerPoint yesterday, but I went out all day to get stuff for the trip, and then ended up taking a 4.5-hour nap after being out in the heat, and didn't get my PowerPoint done.
You do what you got to do.
Yeah, so I am ready to not be in this heat. Ready to be able to turn my AC off in my house so that I don't have to pay the AC bill for those days I'm gone. It'll be a good time. I'm ready.
That's what's going on, everyone. I know we've been talking about it a lot. I don't know exactly when the next episode is going to come out, but we are going to be posting all over our social medias for the next week. So you're going to get your dose of content. Most of the people that listen to this look at the social media more than they actually listen to the show anyways.
That's fair.
So you guys aren't going to be missing your How Is This Fake content one bit.
We will be everywhere.
Depending on how much time. Now, you just heard our whole breakdown. So I don't know how much time I'll actually have to do it, but I'm thinking that I will be able to kind of edit as I go, and hopefully these vlogs we can put them out fairly soon after WrestleMania. It'll definitely be afterwards. I can't do it the day of. That would be fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But we're coming in hot. And I'm ready, buddy.
I'm ready.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for, I think this is episode 108 episodes. Thanks for listening to them all so much. I know it's like your number one stream podcast. You like, who the fuck's Joe Rogan? Who is all the other people?
Ethan Klein? No. Brittany Broski? No. The Sims lady my wife listens to at night? No.
New York Times, The Daily? Anybody?
Yeah.
Anybody? NPR?
Yeah.
Anybody?
The Basement Yard? No. Bad Friends? How about Wrestling Friend?
Busted Open.
Yeah. What is Tiger Belly? I'm just attacking Bobby Lee here.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Tiger Belly, get out of here. Sean Ross Sapp.
Fucking Sean
I don't know,
Ross.
that dude is dangerous. I don't want to mess with. I don't want to say anything bad about him. That guy
Why?
could
What's he gonna
end.
do? What's he gonna
He could
do?
end
There's two
us.
of us. There's one of him. End us
He's
with what? End us with?
with
Do we?
with his social media following. They're very loyal. The Fightful Nation.
I hope I see this guy. And I hope that the cameras are rolling when I see this guy because I want to let him know, just like I let Mike Wexler know, that I'm coming for you. I'm coming for your spot. I'm doing it.
I will stand behind you and back you up.
He'll stand behind you and slowly walk away.
Hey, buddy.
All right, everyone. We will see you on the other side. Take it easy.